Attention A1 Trading Show fans. If you're looking to get funded, we've got a solution for you. Our partnered prop firm FX2 Funding helps traders get access to up to $200,000 in trading capital. FX2 Funding is not your average prop firm. We've chosen them as our partner because of their fair examination rules, their professional and available customer service, and they have an outstanding reputation in the prop firm space. Here's a quick look at their evaluation process. First, they don't have a time limit on their evaluations. That means that you can take your time when passing your evaluation. There's no pressure to rush your trading. Second, there is only one phase to pass in their evaluation before getting access to your funded account. Also, their evaluation fees are fairly priced and fully refundable upon passing. Once you're funded, you'll be able to keep up to 85% of your trading profits. Finally, a rule we know swing traders will love, you can hold your positions over the weekend. For a limited time, get 15% off any of their account challenges with promo code A1Trading15. That's 15% off any account challenge with code A1Trading15. If you're ready to get funded, we're dropping a link in the chat right now, and you can also find it in the description down below. So go ahead and get signed up today for 15% off with promo code A1Trading15. Now, back to the show. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Things look a little bit different here today. You see Chandler and I sitting here and not just Nick. That is because the whole office decided to go on vacation without us. And that may sound like a joke, but we are not exaggerating. That is almost literally what happened. Chandler, your mic is muted.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm not normally on camera, so I don't know all the things.
I have the cat.
I was saying Nick deserved the vacation. That man is always in the office. So, you know, whatever gets him out of the office, let's let it happen because he needs some time.
That man does not stop working. That man, he deserves a vacation more than anybody. That is very true. So, yep, Chandler and I are running the stream from home today and in fact all this week, but don't worry, we still have we're still going to be doing all the same stuff. We have Miko here in the back end. He's all ready to go. We're just giving a little intro to the stream before we bring Miko in, and he's going to do some analysis for you guys. Miko is, of course, one of our very, very special guests who's been doing this with us for a long time. You guys know Miko. Everybody loves Miko. So excited to get him in here, and throughout the rest of the week, we are going to have our same rotation of guests. We have some days where we'll have multiple guests and some days where we might just have one or two. But regardless, we're still going to be here. We're still going to be streaming and covering the news. Speaking of the news, let's go ahead and jump into Forex Factory here and get a quick rundown of what we have in terms of news this week. So Monday, not a whole lot going on today. That's why we're having our normal stream time. Taking a look at Forex Factory, doesn't look like there's really anything of importance here. But Tuesday, early Tuesday or late Tuesday or late Monday, rather, if you consider 12:30 to be Monday night over here in the East Coast of the United States, we are going to get the Australian interest rate decision expected to raise 25 basis points up to 4.35%. But also tomorrow at 10 a.m., we'll have a little bit of jobs news. Now, here's a sneak preview. We have NFP coming on Friday. So we are going to get the new unemployment rate decision, or not decision, just unemployment rate release here on Friday. So that's going to be a very big, very important stream. But ahead of that, we have ISM manufacturing PMI and the JOLTS jobs openings happening at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So that'll be a big one. Absolutely going to cover that. And I'm sure that there will be some market moving activity there. And then late Tuesday night, we're going to have the NZD New Zealand dollar unemployment rate as well, expected to raise just 0.1% up to 3.5. Moving into Wednesday, a little bit more jobs news. We have the ADP non-farm employment change, again, ahead of that big NFP event happening on Friday. Thursday, Swiss CPI. And we have at 7 a.m. here, we have the monetary policy statement from the Bank of England. So maybe Miko can give us a little bit of insight into that. I know that Miko lives in London. He might have a little bit more to say about that. I can tell you that it's going to be a 25, or forecasted to be a 25 basis point rate hike up to 5.25%. So again, here in the US on the East Coast, that is happening at 7 a.m. Over here. And then finally, we have unemployment claims and ISM services PMI on Thursday. But Friday is going to be the big one. That is our NFP event, where we're going to get to see the new unemployment rate decision, right now forecasted to remain unchanged at 3.6%. Not only that, but the Canadian unemployment rate is going to be happening at the same time, expected to raise just slightly, up 0.1% to 5.5%. So there is plenty of news to be covered this week, and we are going to stay on top of it and cover it all with our amazing guest all this week. So a little bit of a different stream, but
we'll even have Miko back on Friday. So if you've never seen Miko before, I think a cool thing with this this schedule that me and James have put together with our guests this week is we've really mixed some people up. There are people coming on days they've never come on before. So if you only watch on certain days, you're going to see people you may not have seen before. If you like Miko today and you've never seen him before and you're really impressed with how he does, come back Friday. NFP, Miko will be there. So I think this will be a cool way to sort of spread out our guests. That we have a lot of very valued guests on this show, and I think this is a cool way for them to really get their name out there for some people who may not have heard of them before.
Yes, and we're not just saying all this because Miko can absolutely hear us in the back end right now. We really do appreciate our guests very, very much. We sprung this on them, just a few days before the team went on vacation, and they were absolutely super accommodating. Just let us know what you need. We can come on extra days and do what we need to do to help you guys out. So big shout out to all our guests. We're going to be saying that every day this week because we really do appreciate the time and the effort that these guys put in to give you guys the best stream possible. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and bring in Mr. Miko Audo. Here we go. Miko's in here. How you doing today, Miko?
Well, that was quite the introduction from both you guys. Got a lot to live up to now.
Well, it's true. We really do appreciate it, Miko. You've been coming on the stream for a while. You're one of our favorite guests to have on. And again, yeah, we know that this is a little bit different than how we normally run things here. But honestly, with our streaming schedule, I don't even know if we truly have a true normal. It seems like things are changing all the time. But we appreciate you being here. And in a second, we'll let you go ahead and take over the stream and show us all that you're looking at this week.
Sure.
You guys make sure to go and subscribe to Miko. He's got his channel name right underneath his webcam. So you type that into YouTube and it'll pull him up. And I'm also going to put his link in the chat. So if you like Miko, go make sure to subscribe to him, because if he gets subs, he keeps coming back. No, I'm kidding. But all right, Miko, have a good show. We'll come back in a few, I don't know, whenever. And we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. So have a good show.
Yeah, and if you're ready to close it out before we come back, you can go ahead and close it out. We don't have a second guest coming on today. We were supposed to have one, but something came up. So we've got Miko today. So he's going to go for a little bit, and then we'll wrap up after Miko. And real quickly, before we just jump in with Miko, I see one person asked where Nick is. So I'll say this one more time. Nick and some of the team went on vacation, so this week is going to look a little bit differently. Chandler and I are working from home, but we're still going to be manning the live streams. We're still going to have guests on every single day doing chart analysis. So live stream wise, nothing's going to change. We're still going to be covering news events, still going to be starting at the normal times, depending on if there's news or not. So yeah, so still going to have live streams, but Nick will be back next week. But that's okay because we have Miko here with us today. So Miko, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Thank you. So what is up, everyone? Hope everyone is doing good this fine, well, Monday afternoon for me, maybe Monday morning for some of you guys, maybe Monday evening as well. But yeah, I'll quickly go through some pairs that I'm looking at for the rest of the week and exclusively today as well. If there's any particular pairs you guys are after to hear my analysis, I'm pretty much a very technical trader, so I don't normally look at the news and fundamentals. I do briefly do an overview, but I don't really play into my trading. It's mainly very technical. So if there's any pairs you guys are looking at, feel free to just drop it down in the chat, and obviously I'll give you my perspective on things. But there's a few pairs I'm looking at. Euro Swiss, I'm looking at in a lot of detail because I potentially could be having a trade for this one very, very soon in the next 20 minutes, potentially, if I get the entry confirmation I'm looking for. But essentially, if Euro Swiss, the market is extremely bearish. I mean, looking to short Swiss pairs for a while now. So Euro Swiss, Aussie Swiss, New Zealand Swiss, CAD Swiss, Pound Swiss, not really, but Swiss on the long-term trajectory is very, very much bullish. And again, if I quickly go to the monthly time frame here for CAD, for Euro Swiss, you can see overall market is down. Aussie Swiss, overall market is down. New Zealand Swiss, overall the market is down. Pound Swiss, overall the market is down. CAD Swiss, overall the market is down. So as a swing trader, which is what I am, I'm just looking for really nice setups to swing the market and capture some nice swings, which I can hold for maybe 2 or 3 days, depending on my target. Yeah, I've had my eyes on Euro Swiss. I've had a nice pullback over the past couple of days or so, coming into a very nice area of confluence. So I'm looking for some shorts now, pretty much coming into this area. We've got some nice lower highs, as we can see here. If I draw the trend line from the wicks, one over there, second, third, potentially fourth now as well, retesting the price support time resistance. We had a beautiful wick there to the upside here on that previous full candle. So if I get a nice bearish engulfing, I will be looking to enter something like this, and then stops above the high. Let's make that a little bit brighter. There we go. So stops above the high, and then I'll probably be looking for a target back down to the lows here, roughly around the 1 to 3. Potentially we could go a lot further, but I'll probably take most of my profit here, because again, I don't want to try and hold my targets too far and overstay my welcome. So I'll make sure I take my profit at smart areas, but I may leave 10% to trickle. Things look good, but this is kind of the setup I'm after for Euro Swiss. So yeah, potentially could be a trade in the next 18 or 30 minutes, excuse me, whenever that Audi candle closes. So I have to keep an eye on Euro Swiss. I'm also looking at SDCAD shorts here. This one not quite up and running just yet, but very similar setup to Euro Swiss as well. Coming back to a very nice area. New Zealand CAD, I'm looking for price to come back to these lows here. And yeah, I'm looking for a lower high to develop around here for nice push the downside back to those lows. So with NZDCAD, I kind of want to see a few more wicks to the upside. You can see if Euro Swiss, we had a really nice exaggerated wick to the upside there. That kind of tells me that price is trying to break through and now probably it's going to head to the opposite direction. You can see it previously, nice wick into that zone. Market pushes to the upside. To go to NZDCAD, nice wicks to the downside. Market pushes up. So I'm looking to see the reverse over here with a kind of very small wick there, but I'd like to see a wick test deep into the level, test the trend line as well, and then I'll look for entry confirmations for some sells. And again, target wise, back down to these lows or a little bit more aggressive, these lows here as well. So I do really like both of them. They're kind of both more or less in my area of entry. So I will be looking for some opportunities pretty soon. But what are some pairs that you guys are looking at? Okay, so let me go through the chat. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing good. Bubbler Gaming, hope you're doing good. Welcome to the old stream. Just trying to find where I was. Okay, JPY pairs. Yeah, JPY pairs have been a little bit crazy, to be fair, but from Friday coming in today as well. So I will definitely touch on the JPY pairs. What's up, Gareth? Welcome to the stream. Pound USD. Okay, we'll take a look. Pound Aussie will take a look. Manny, what's up? CAD Yen, Pound Yen. Seeing a lot of yen pairs being requested. So yeah, definitely we'll do a deep dive into the yen pairs, a few indices as well. What's up, my forex exchange? Nice to see you as well, or see your profile. What's up, Carabao? Welcome to the stream. Here from South Africa. Nice, big up. Okay, yeah, gold. I'll definitely do gold. Gold is a pair I'm looking at this week too. Mighty King, do you still remember me? Difficult. I do say. I do talk to a lot of people in chats. Maybe ring a bell, but especially when the name is not like an actual name, like Timothy or something. If it's like something else, then sometimes I do forget. But do excuse me, Mighty King. Anyway, I'll go through some yen pairs. So CAD Yen I saw. Take a look at Pound Yen as well. So yeah, we had some crazy down moves for yen pairs, followed by a very, very aggressive recovery. And you can see they're very, very bullish now. And this is kind of what I was looking for after we had the big recovery towards the end of Friday, kind of coming into this morning. So when you see price action like this, which looks kind of out of place, if you look at the nature of the market, how it's moving, this price action here looks out of place. It kind of Looks like it shouldn't be there. That's normally what you look at when you're looking at fake outs and fake moves in the market. Typically, when you see a big exaggerated move up and then market comes straight back down again, normally that's just a big fake out in the market. And that's what we've been looking at for the yen pairs here. So CAD yen, big spike to the downside, big recovery. Dollar yen as well, big spike to the downside, market recovers that. Pound yen, very, very big move to the downside, market recovers. So for me, this is the market just creating fake moves to the downside. And normally once we get a fake move to a particular direction, the market moves in the opposite. So in this case, we're getting fake moves down so the market can move up. We're grabbing liquidity underneath some major lows. Now I'm expecting the yen pairs to start rocketing to the upside back to their highs. So for pound yen, for example, I'm looking at 184. If I go back to CAD yen, looking at price pushing back to 109 over here. And let's not forget, with the yen pairs, everything is still very bullish for them. You know, weekly, daily, monthly, these markets are on a longer term bullish trend. So you know, there's a lot of wind in the sails here for the yen pairs, and I'm expecting them to continue. For CAD yen, we are coming up to a very key area here, resistance. So it's difficult to see if we can break this or not, because we had a few attempts previously, big dump to the downside, had another attempt not too long ago, market came back down. So it looks like we're going to come back and retest that zone. Potentially could just fall back over again, or maybe this time we've got enough energy to break through. We'll have to find out when it actually does happen. But as for now, for CAD yen, in terms of direction, we're looking for another retest of that zone. So for me, buys on CAD yen look pretty good. Said on the weekend, if you can clear these highs here, this is when the buys start looking good. Now, this 4H candle's kind of just opened. It just opened. We still got 3 hours and 13 minutes until that 4H candle closes. So I wouldn't say the breakout has just happened yet. It looks like we are breaking out, but we need to see candle closures, because again, this could be a wick. The market could pull back down and close underneath the zone. So I want to see some strong candle closures above these highs. Same thing with dollar yen as well. Actually, dollar yen, we've already seen a nice candle closure. So breaks and retests make a lot more sense here for pairs like dollar yen, CAD yen. I would say still wait for some candle closures on the 4H. Pound yen looks very good as well. Pound yen cleared the highs there too. Nice break of structure there to the upside. So with pound yen as well, we're looking at more upside. A couple levels to keep an eye out for. 182.500 on the retest. We've also got a lovely level here as well. Keep an eye out 181.943. That's also a nice little level for a retest too. But again, I'm not too sure how big of a pullback we'll see with these yen pairs, because they're very, very bullish and a massive fake to the downside. Sometimes when we see this type of price action, we don't normally see such big pullbacks. Normally it's quite shallow because there's a lot of momentum present in the market. So we might just keep flying here for the yen pairs. But if we can get some retracement onto some solid levels, you know, I would be interested for some longs for the market to keep heading higher. We'll take a look at pound USD. Gold was recommended as well. Take a look at some indices too. I'm just going to catch up with the chat. Okay, good afternoon. What is up here? Everyone's doing good. Okay, so let's take a look at pound dollar. So pound USD coming into the week, I'm looking for some counter trend opportunities now. Pound USD for me is still very bullish. Again, the way I trade, I mainly look at the swing highs and swing lows to develop my bias and develop the direction of the market. So looking at pound USD, these are the major swing lows I'm looking at, and the market's creating new swing highs, new swing lows, all higher than the previous one. So we've got higher highs and higher lows. The market is bullish. So I'm still bullish on pound USD until we break through this low here on the left, which is 1.26, we'll call it. But in the meantime, we do have a bit of a bearish trend here. So this is what I call a counter trend. So we can still take advantage of some counter trend opportunities. Obviously, they're a little bit more aggressive than pro trend. And typically in my trading, I want to keep counter trends at a minimum. So if I take 100 trades, I want, probably around 10, maybe 15 of those trades to be counter trend, and 80 or 90 or 85 of those trades to be pro trend, just because the win rate of my pro trend trades will be a lot higher than counter trends. But there's still profit to be made, counter trend, of course. And I do think we can get a nice little opportunity with pound USD right now. So if you do see a nice pullback for this one, I'm particularly looking at entries coming up into this area here. Lovely resistance there. Beautiful wick to the upside. Nice push to the downside. Looking at this being a slight fake out of that resistance. Potentially could get one more push up and then the drop to the downside. Right now, looks like pound USD is kind of consolidating. So I would avoid trading pound USD at the moment. Price action is not looking too clear. very, very sideways down the hourly, getting some big wicks to the downside. That's not really looking attractive to trade, in my opinion. Anyway, maybe some of you guys are taking advantage of some entries on the lower time frames and some trades in the lower time frames. But for me, that looks very chaotic. So I'll wait for price to break to the upside. We've got some good confluence up here around 1.29600. So if you get a nice little pop to the upside into that area, look for some price action, some entries, some rejection. Then possibly could get some nice sells to the downside here. So I do like what I'm seeing with pound. It's just the price action right now is a little bit rubbish with the consolidation, but could be some nice counter trend opportunities higher up around 1.295. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for pound. Gold's being interesting as well. Big crash to the downside Thursday, Friday. Can't remember what day it was. I think it was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, and then Friday saw a bit of retracement. But for gold, I'm still overall bullish on gold. We've seen some strong aggressive downside, but it hasn't really changed my overall direction for gold. If we zoom out, this is the daily time frame, by the way, for gold. You can see the market is still printing higher highs and higher lows. So lovely low over here, lovely low over there, another one potentially there. It's obviously not confirmed yet, but I'm anticipating another higher low to form here for continuation back to the highs on the left. So for me, gold is still looking longer term bullish. Again, scale to the higher time frames as well. Weekly saw nice bullish engulfing not too long ago as well. I'm expecting momentum to kick into the upside pretty soon for gold. However, we're struggling to break some resistance here. As we can see here, nice level of resistance, rejection came in again last week and the week before and last week. So the market is rejecting around 1980. So we potentially could see a big inverse head and shoulder setup play out. We could be looking at one more drop to the downside for gold, then potentially some bigger buys later on. And if I mark it up, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, which is this big old inverse head and shoulder here, looking for some buys to the upside. And don't forget that nice bigger longer term trendline confluence on the daily as well. So there's a lot of confluence here for gold buys around 1940 because that's where we can anticipate the right shoulder forming. Or you could be a bit more safer and wait for the neckline to break around 1980. This is a key resistance here, as we can see multiple signs of rejection. So if gold does break through 1980, for me, that's a big green flag that, okay, gold's likely to head higher. And then we can be looking at the next major target around 2050, 2060, which is pretty much the all-time highs for gold. And possibly we might break through them as well. But yeah, the way I'm looking at gold right now is still bullish, but I'm not looking to jump into any buys. There could be some sell opportunities, some short-term sell opportunities coming into this resistance around here where we're seeing these lower highs. There could be some nice sells for one more move to the downside into 1940, then possibly some buys later on. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for gold. But if we don't see this down move and the market just keeps rocketing to the upside and just breaks through 1980, then yeah, we're looking at those pullbacks and taking us back to 2050, 2060. So yeah, we are seeing a lot of bullish momentum. Is dollar weak? Or is gold just, I mean, DXY is a little bit weak. Seeing some downside this afternoon, but I wouldn't say it's too doing anything crazy. But gold's pretty bullish. How's silver looking as well? Yeah, wow, silver's really pushing to the upside. So yeah, again, gold, silver, longer term. I'm expecting them to go up, so we're just kind of waiting for some key opportunities to get into some longs. Anyway, I'll take a look at some indices. I'm pretty sure someone requested US30 some time back, so we'll take a look at US30 as well. I'll take a look at a couple more pairs, and then we can wrap it up. Okay, so I'll take a look at US30, and then which two other pairs should I look at? Let me see which are frequent. Okay, so I did say pound Aussie in the beginning, so I'll take a look at pound Aussie, and I'll also take a look at thank you, Modern Gameplay, for saying doing a great job. Appreciate it. I'll take a look at Dollar Cat for Robert Rose. Okay, so US30 up first. So US30, very, very bullish still. Market still flying to the upside. Again, high time frames. Everything is looking bullish. Daily, weekly. Could be looking at push back to the highs here on the left at 36,400. from a technical standpoint, I would only be looking at buys for US30. I did highlight maybe a week ago a retest of this level would be very, very nice for a nice swing position if we see a nice little pullback there. Again, this is kind of like a big inverse head and shoulder, similar to what gold is giving us or potentially giving us, as you can see here. So break through the neckline, retest, continuation. But I'm not too sure if we'll see that pullback. That'd be very, very nice if we do. But at the moment, price is just very bullish for gold. I mean, for US30. I wouldn't look to buy just now because that is a very aggressive sell-off, and now the market's really, frailing these wicks around. It's not really the best time to get into any buys. I would say if we can clear the highs and show us that, okay, the market's creating new highs again, then yeah, the buys after that do make a lot more sense. But trying to buy now, we potentially could even form a lower high and climb back down again potentially, because we sort of cleared out these lows here, could form a lower high and drop like that. So I would wait to see if these highs can clear out and then look for some buys on the pullback. Pound Aussie, I'm actually looking at buys for Pound Aussie. It's actually on my watch list. I'm looking at some buys, something like this. We've got some higher lows there. 1, 2, 3. And I'm looking at another retest of this structure here. If I can see some good entries around here, some nice wicks, nice little bullish engulfing, we'll be looking at buys back to the prior highs here at least, and then potentially the daily and the weekly swing highs over there on the left at 1.94. So for me, Pound Aussie still giving us higher highs, high lows. I'm looking to see if we can get that next high low. If I scale to the daily time frame, you can see the overall trend is still up as well. So again, there's a lot of confluence here. High time frames back the direction to, yes, the market is a little bit corrective and maybe starting to exhaust a little bit, but we know that the market is still giving us these higher lows here. So that's still the direction I want to trade in. If we take a loss, we take a loss. If the market changes direction, we'll look to change with it. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for Pound Aussie. And dollar CAD, I'm actually looking for price to break to the upside, but looking very bearish. Is CAD strong? Because dollar, we just looked at the DXY. DXY wasn't that weak, so CAD must be very strong for some reason. Yeah, it looks like it is strong anyway. So dollar CAD looks like it's climbing back into the consolidation. So I'm not looking to do anything with dollar CAD as long as we stay between these two levels. I understand on the intraday level, some of you guys be taking advantage of some opportunities. But for me, a bit more of a swing trader. I'll be looking for price to start clearing out some key highs and clear lows. Then I'll be starting to look for some pullbacks after that. So for dollar CAD, if we can break above the resistance, I'll gladly be looking for longs above that, for back into these highs here. But yeah, the market is looking very bearish coming back into that range. So I'll be backing off the dollar CAD for now. And in this area here, it's just consolidation. So I'm not a big fan. But if you can clear the highs, then yeah, breaks and retest, or was that 1.32359? That looks something that I would be interested in. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at for dollar CAD. But I appreciate having me on the stream. I don't know if I was even in the picture half the time. But yeah, appreciate having me on the stream. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to talk with you guys. Like Chandler and James said, I will be live again later this week. I think Wednesday as well, Wednesday and Friday. So be sure to be there. But yeah, thanks for having me, and catch you on the next one.
All right. Here, I'll get James in here too if he wants to join. Hey, James. Thanks, Miko, for joining us. That was awesome. I appreciate you stepping in like you did. That was really great.
No problem. No problem.
I felt like for a second there, I felt like I don't know if you've seen Naked Gun 3 when they're at the Oscars and the guy's drinking a bottle of Malox and he's.
No, I haven't seen it.
But that was great. Yeah, guys, go subscribe to Miko. This is the end of the show. We're going to close it out. Be sure to tune in for we got stream scheduled for the whole week. Even though Nick's not here, the show must go on. We've got new guests every single day, multiple guests every single day. Miko is he really kicked it off in a great way, and we'll see him like 2 more times this week. So yeah. All right, Miko. Thanks for joining us, and we're going to run our outro, and that's going to be it. So thanks, guys, for watching.
Attention, A1 Trading Show fans. If you're interested in getting free access to the EDGEFINDER or our premium trade alerts, listen up. For a limited time, our show's partnered broker 8cap is giving out free access to our products when you sign up for a new trading account with them. If you already have a broker, you may want to consider switching to 8cap because of their low trading costs, a wide range of trading assets, and their amazing customer support. If you'd like to get access to our software and Discord server for free, click the link being dropped in the chat right now and ask one of our team members for more information. Don't miss your chance for free products and an award-winning broker. Now back to the A1 Trading Show.